Dr. Usman Bugaje for Inside Arise Television. Sama all this on a political office holders them. Even Sama the national chairman of APC, Bugaje. Talk say, can you imagine the kind of person where they be political party chairman? Person where be say they see am publicly where they stuff dollar put inside agbada, if they carry dollar put inside the agbada. Now person where they be chairman of political party. Say which kind of integrity, which kind of character where be say these people then get where they be chairman of political party. You don't even cost on a political party's officers. I mean, politicians. They say them be prostitutes. Now just make prostitutes now them be because what they don't show Nigerians now and say now money now they them important pass to lead the people them.
They are telling the world and telling Nigerians, the politicians, that this generation of politicians are essentially prostitutes. Political parties have no content, they have no conscience, and they have no courage. You can't say what PDP stands today. You can't say what APC stands today. You can't say what any other party really stands today. In one of the parties, you have somebody who has, whose video has gone viral collecting dollars, right? I mean, so when they made him, could they have been unconscious of the fact that this is what this man symbolized?
Welcome to Update with Precious. Now here we tell on the cocoa of the matter them as it gets to do with politics for inside our country. And here we break down the political conversation, make everybody for fit understand them wella. Dr. Usman Bugaje for Inside Arise Television. Don't summer all this on a political office holders them. Even summer the national chairman of APC, Bugaje. Talk say, can you imagine the kind of person where they be political party chairman? Person where be say they see am publicly where they stuff dollar put inside agbada, if they carry dollar put inside the agbada, now person where they be chairman of political party. Say which kind of integrity, which kind of character where be say these people then get where they be chairman of political party. You don't even cost on a political party's officers, I mean, politicians, and say them be prostitutes. Now just make prostitutes now them be because what they don't show Nigerians now and I say now money now they them important pass to lead the people them. Nigerians, I like the fact that this kind of things they come out to the form. Make una know say una supposed to begin decide between politicians and waiting on a want right now. Because not be saying anybody where politicians carry give on a go take. Right now make una make on a decision. Make una learn to make on our own decisions then. Because are you just busy supporting and fighting over politicians, or you're ready to fight for your own rights? Look at what the man said. He even mentioned and say, what's be the dividends we go say we don't get for democracy since we don't start this new era of democracy? We not get good roads, we not get constant electricity, we not get anything. In less than 7,000 megawatts of electricity, they put people, they force other people into their band A. Now, when you put other Nigerians for band A where they go get 247 lights, you put the urban areas, for instance, the cities for band A where they go get 247 lights. What's going to happen to the rural areas then? Who go provide lights for them? I don't tell them before, say airports alone for South Africa, they use about 10,000 megawatts. South Africa alone, they use 50,000 megawatts plus. How do you think that less than 10,000 megawatts go reach the entire Nigeria, where big past the population of South Africa, both in landmass and in population? Where big past them? How you think 10,000 megawatts or there about less than it will reach? Because what we get now just 4,500 megawatts. So they don't try now, they talk, say they don't add them to 7,000 megawatts. We never even feel verify whether that 7,000 megawatts don't reach 7,000 megawatts. Ordinary electricity will not be supplied. They go carry everybody now enter band A. When everybody enter band A for city. Because for you to put some people for band A to get constant electricity, that means some people not go get at all. For some people to get constant electricity, some people not go get them at all. That's exactly what this government is doing right now. Now, listen to what this man talk as they ask a question concerning this some way be say political office holders, politicians, they jump from one party to the other. If you hear what's in it talk, you said, you go sorry for our politicians. But let this be an eye-opener to all of us. Make we know what's in our politicians if you do. Watch the interview.
My first reaction is that this should not come to us as a surprise. We should be able to see it coming.
Well, the PDP said it was a surprise. They said they didn't expect it.
No, they don't quite say what things are. I mean, this is the hallmark of politicians. And I think my first reaction is to say that they are telling the world and telling Nigerians, the politicians, that this generation of politicians are essentially prostitutes. And it underscores the point that some of us have been making, that our political parties have no content, they have no conscience, and they have no courage. You can't find any courage of conviction. Just go back a few years back, few 2, 3, 4, 5 decades. Look at the politicians. Look at how passionate. Look at the passion with which they stand by their party. And when you mention the parties of old, it comes immediately with an idea of what they stand. You can't say what PDP stands today. You can't say what APC stands today. You can't say what any other party really stands today. More than that, Charles, when you look at the party, you look at the, what you call him, the chair of the party. What do you see? In one of the parties, you have somebody who has, whose video has gone viral collecting dollars, right? I mean, so when they made him, could they have been unconscious of the fact that this is what this man symbolized? Others who are leading other parties, go check their records. And so really, this to me is not surprising. It's not a surprise. It's something that would obviously come to pass. And like I said, it underscores this very important point that we have been making, that if we cannot reinvent our democracy, we're going to lose it. Because at the moment, it is simply, coming to nothing. 25 years of democracy, Charles, there is no development. If anything, this country has been going down the drain under the watch of these same very people. And you see them, you hear them, you see what they do, and this country is like, in a trance, basically waiting. The civil society has been fairly quiet. If the civil society continues to be silent, when the masses arise, because they have nothing else, to eat and nowhere to go, that's going to be quite serious.
Just yesterday, we heard that they're planning a 7.2 million person march on Abuja.
I'm looking at the standards,
in protest.
Charles. I'm looking at the standard with which some of us faced the Abacha regime. We were in the trenches. Well, for what I know, and I don't claim to know everything, the APC is basically using money to buy off PDP.
Well, some say a carrot and a stick. So the money is the carrot. What's the stick?
I'm not quite sure. Of course, if there are people with records in the EFCC, they might threaten them. They might do these kind of things, and this has been the practice right from the time of President Obasanjo. So this might be, but I think the essential thing is basically money. And for me, this is a very serious issue. And this should be the center of our conversation in politics today. Because for as long as money is going to be the determining factor, then that's the end of democracy and that's the end of politics.
I would agree.
And we go into something else completely different, maybe on the path of Peru under Fujimori.
Yeah, so it's very worrying. Yeah. The PDP, though, in its response through the acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, has said that the next election will not be determined. First of all, they said they weren't expecting the mass defections in Delta State. Then he said that the next election will not be determined by the number of governors in a party, but it'll be between the people and the APC, and that it would be an opportunity to punish the ruling party for the pain that it's inflicted on the country. Well, what do you think of that response? So that seemed a bit tepid coming from the party that is supposed to be the main opposition in the country.
Well, there has not been opposition right from the time the Minister Wiki did what he did. I mean, basically, PDP has lost that opportunity to become an opposition party. Look at how members behaved, in the last big issue of emergency rule in the parliament. Look at what they did when it came to the budgeting, to so many other things. So really there is no opposition party. Really.
But what do you see as the dangers right now for the PDP? Can they prevent more top-level people in the party from defecting?
I don't think. I think the foundation is essentially wrong. I was part of the merger. As you know, I was National Secretary of AC, which became ACN. And during the merger of ACN, some governors from PDP part of ANPP and part of ABGA. During that merger, a fundamental mistake was made. We did everything, myself and the chair, Bisi Akande, to stop it. And what was that? It was the fact that now that we have an opportunity to reconstruct a party, we should develop a criteria for people who are going to hold responsibilities of the party. They all opposed it, except a few of us. And why? Because everybody wants to bring his own person in the party. If I'm a politician, I'm interested in a particular post, I want to make sure that in the National Working Committee, I have either the secretary or I have the, the organizing secretary or the legal advisor or some kind of post, within. And what do? They send their boys or their girls, basically. People who are not even qualified to be there, who don't have the character to hold a party, people who don't have sufficient education to even understand the implication of some of the things they do. Now, these are the people now, because the relationship between them and these people are basically transactional, right? It's money. Somebody comes with a higher price, and they go for it. And that's what's happening, not just in the PDP, even in the APC. Get to any party. This is what politicians do, and see what is coming. I fought this as much as I could. I pulled back when I realized that, but I made my point. And I'm in a position to tell some of these people who stopped, who blocked this idea because they thought they were going to lose. I said, if you have people who are qualified, who have character, who have got the passion for the party, you can be sure of one thing: that party is going to remain intact.
I mean, nothing to come out, nothing to add. In fact, more things to add on top within the man talks, if nobody to come out. Well, and I don't hear everything when we get to talk about on our politicians. It is time for us to make our own decision, because make we never let the mistake we will make for 2023 to remain again. So it is now our responsibility to make sure we'll fight for the Nigeria of our dream. I appreciate it now. Thank you so much for watching. Drop your thoughts and comments, all that under. Love you. See you next time. Goodbye.